Woo, baby. Let's get it. All right. What's popping, everybody? So, you look at the title. Oh, hang on. What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another live stream. And you look at the title. Two races that could come down to the wire. What on God's green earth could I be talking about? Well, look at the thumbnail. You jabroni. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about two races in the NFL that I think are going to be very interesting as we head into the second half of the season. The first race, the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes, as you can tell by the title. The second race, the most interesting divisional race in the NFL, the NFC East. Now, let's take a look at the race for Trevor Lawrence. So you pull up the standings and you clearly see the top five teams. And you're like, okay, Jets sit proudly at number one. They're winless. It's so weird to say that. You know, they're freaking winless. They suck. And yeah, they're not good. Like, they just played the Patriots. They sold that game against the Patriots, bro. They sold, bro. They know the task at hand. They know what has to be done, and they're trying their hardest to do it. Now, they sit pretty comfortably in first, by only a game, but they have the bye week. Things could get really interesting here as, we start getting later into the season. But, of course, Jets are winless. No surprise. Then you have the Jaguars. They're 1-7. Then there's the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Texans, the Chargers, and then the Giants. They all have 2 wins. Now, what's really interesting about most of these teams, they all have quarterbacks. Jaguars don't. Cowboys do. Texans do, obviously. Chargers, Bengals all have their quarterback. So, in essence, the biggest threat to the Jets right now is the Jaguars, the Giants, possibly, the football team. And after them, you'd have to go down to the Patriots. Realistically, the Panthers, they have Bridgewater. He's a bridge quarterback. They're going to be searching for a new quarterback. But they have 3 wins, though. Yeah, we'll see what happens with them. But right now, the most realistic threats to the Jets and the tank, their ultimate goal, is the Jaguars, the Giants, and the football team. Because they're all within between 0 and 2 wins. Now, you look at the Jets' schedule coming up. You look at the Jets' schedule. What's up, Brett? You look at the Jets' schedule coming up here. They got to face the Chargers coming out of their bye week. Okay. That is debatable. That's a toss-up. The Chargers can't seem to hold on to any form of lead whatsoever. And what's really funny is, what's really sad, too, especially if you're a Charger fan, God, they just can't. They have the worst luck I've ever seen. God, man, dude. Last week, they had the game won against Denver. Denver came back and beat them on a last-second touchdown. They reviewed it. Touchdown. So, of course, it's only right that this past week, yesterday, well, 2 days ago now because it's officially Tuesday, on Sunday, These guys, they were essentially on the other end of what happened against the Broncos. Against the Broncos, they were on defense. On Sunday, they were the ones that scored. And I say scored because technically they did. But then after review, they ruled it incomplete. So they experienced it on both sides of the ball these past 2 weeks. That is absolute pain. And we knew this was probably going to happen because look what happened when they faced the Saints. You freaking had that game won, and then doink, oh, he missed. Chargers have experienced pain that I am not even sure us Browns fans have even experienced. I mean, God, I can understand choking a game here and there, maybe like every once in a while, but damn, how many games have the freaking Chargers choked? Holy crap. Every time you look at them, they're choking. When they show the Charger logo, they need to have a choking hazard label on it. When you walk in to SoFi Stadium to watch a Charger game, they need to put a choking label. Say, there's a choking hazard. I mean, oh my God, bro. Like, seriously. I've never seen a team choke so hard. Even the Falcons are jealous. They're jealous right now, bro. I just said jealous. No, they're jealous. You're out choking the Falcons. Do you know how hard that is? You're out choking a team that choked the 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl. Wow. But yeah, Jets got the Chargers. That's winnable to a point, especially if Flacco's playing. We'll see what happens with Darnold. Then you got Miami with Tua, and they're feeling some type of way right now. They've won, 4 straight now. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. I could see Miami possibly making a run at this thing. Of course they would, because why not? People were questioning, Flores' decision, saying it's a 10-game rehearsal. No. That's not a no. You're wrong. That's his job now. Watch. He's never given that job up. No. My God, hell no. That's Tua's job now. Fitzpatrick ain't never going to see the field unless they're blowing somebody out or they're getting blown out. Or God forbid, knock on wood, Tua gets hurt. Now, after that, for a Jets fan, after that Miami game, I don't know if they're going to win a game after that. Raiders at home, it's debatable. I mean, you could beat them, but then again, they are the Raiders. They're probably going to stomp you. But after that Raider game is honestly the last debatable game. Seattle, LA, both on the road. You host Cleveland, and then you go to New England. You could beat New England, realistically, but let's be honest, you're not beating New England. Especially if you're 0-15. Your team's like, well, 1 game away from the ultimate goal. Execute order 0-16. And I know a lot of people are talking about, is this Jets team worse than the 2017 Browns? It's getting there. They're like 30 points, and when it comes to point differential, they're 30 points away from passing us in that category. I think we had like 177 or something. We had a negative 177 point differential, I believe, that year. The Jets are like in the negative 140s. They're minus 140s, which means they've been outscored by 140 some points. I have to check it out here in a minute. I'll go over that later. But yeah, I don't see any other wins for the Jets. I know some really good Jets fans, Gangrene David, Jet Central. There's a couple other ones out there, I'm sure. But, bro, you're going 0-16. That's my opinion. There's a time, take it from me, I experienced it. There is just a time when you're going 0-16. If you watched my recaps and stuff that year when we went 0-16, I think it was like probably after week, I'm going to say week 14, week 13, 14, when I knew we're going 0-16. We're definitely going 0-16. That's sad, isn't it? You just know. Like, if you watched my videos that year, that was when I was kind of still on the come up when it comes to YouTube and stuff. Videos weren't really the best. Now we've all had that time. But yeah, that was not fun. I really struggled to stay positive. I'm looking up a schedule here from that year just so I can be sure I get it right. Because I believe it was after the Packer game when I knew we were probably going 0-16. It was after that Packer game, bro. We literally had them beat the entire game. It was after week 14. Yep. After week 14, that's when I knew. We were beating them the entire game. What was it? Brett Hundley was their quarterback. We were beating the crap out of them the entire game. That was when Josh Gordon and them had the whole touchdown shades thing going. They were looking good. They were kicking their butt. And then things just fell apart. And to make things worse, that was the year, of course, Joe Thomas got hurt. Yep. And of course, I went to that game. I was there, week 7, on my birthday, of course, against the Titans when he got hurt. I saw it happen. And I still remember my feelings when it happened. I thought in my head, it's okay. He'll be good. It's probably just a sprain. He'll be back. Nah. Never came back. Retired. Here we are. A couple years later, we got Jedrick Wills, man in the left tackle spot. I like it. After what? Freaking Desmond Harrison? Oh, God. And Greg Robinson. Like, bro, hang on. I'll be right back. My cat is trying to beat the crap out of my other cat. I'll be right back. Got that resolved. All right, let's get back to the schedule thing. But yeah, I mean, where was I at? Oh yeah, I was at that Titan game. That was horrible. But you look at the Jets overall, their roster has a tiny bit of talent, just a nice little speck. They got Joe Flacco as their backup, and of course, we all remember what our freaking quarterback room looked like in 2017. We had the immortal freaking DeShone Kizer. We had Kevin Hogan and Cody Kessler. At least the Jets got Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco damn near won them a game tonight. But then, like I said, they remembered the ultimate goal, and they sold. Yeah, they sold big time. But how about the Flacco to Perryman connection tonight? If you're a Jets fan, you love to see that. But like you look at their roster, they got Denzel Mims, he's promising, Jamison Crowder, Braxton Berrios at receiver. Your offensive line looks all right. Becton keeps getting hurt, though. What the heck's up with him? But your offensive line doesn't look too bad. Herndon, tight end, you have Griffin. Again, not horrible. They're pretty good. Frank Gore at running back, still chugging along after all these years. P. Ryan, Ty Johnson, yeah. I mean, what do we have? We had Duke Johnson and freaking Crowell that year, I believe. Your defense has got great talent on there. You got Quinnen Williams, Terrell Basham, who kept getting hurt tonight. Felt like every time they showed him, he was hurt on the ground. Neville Hewitt, Blake Cashman, Jordan Jenkins, my guy Pierre Desir, Ashton Davis. You got some nice pieces. The biggest problem with the Jets is that guy at head coach, that dude, Adam Gase. Oh, how funny is it that, like, what is it now? 2 years after Gase leaves Miami. Look where Miami is now. They're now 5-3. And believe it or not, they're in the thick of things in the AFC East. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? With Tua Tagovailoa and all that, too. That's crazy. But, of course, Dell Loggins at OC, Greg Williams at defensive coordinator. You know, it's like, at this point, it's like, if you have Greg Williams on your coaching staff, chances are you're tanking. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. He's the tank. He's the epitome of a tanking DC. You want to tank? Bring him in. Yeah. It's like in basketball. If you're trying to tank, bring in Byron Scott. He's the tank commander. But yeah, the Jets, their roster isn't horrendous. They got some nice pieces, but as a whole, they suck. So who is their challenger? Well, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They actually got a win. They won week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. Their schedule ain't good. It's not easy. Damn right. Because next week they got the Packers in Green Bay at Lambeau. Yeah. Then they got Pittsburgh. Oh God. Oh. Tough. Then they got us. Knowing us, we're probably going to lose to them because we seemingly can't beat them. This game was actually supposed to be in London too. Fresh up Thanksgiving. Then they go to Minnesota. They host the Titans. Go to Baltimore. Host Chicago, the Bears. So they're probably going to be facing Nick Foles. So it'd be Big Dick Nick's freaking revenge game. Nice. Big Dick Nick versus Gardner Minshew, possibly. How about that? Then you face Old Man Rivers, week 17. And who knows what Indianapolis's playoff situation will be like. Could they be in the playoffs? Maybe they win the AFC South. Maybe they're resting players. I don't know. I don't know the whole situation there. Could be interesting. Very interesting for them. Do I see any wins on the Jaguars' schedule? Yeah, I do, believe it or not. Most specifically, I see that Minnesota game because Minnesota, other than Dalvin Cook, they look bleh. I think they could be beat. Tennessee could be beat. Maybe Chicago, possibly. I doubt it, but you never know. And Indianapolis, for sure. They could be beat. But then again, I don't know how they beat them week 1. So I think at most, maybe 1 or 2 wins left on their schedule. Maybe Minnesota and maybe Tennessee. They got to beat Tennessee at some point, right? Tennessee hasn't looked the greatest lately. But yeah, ultimately, I think they're probably going to get like 2 or 3 wins on the year. They're going to wind up with a quarterback, probably Justin Fields. And then you look at the Giants. And I'll get back to these guys in a minute. Now, they got Philadelphia this week coming up at home. They fumbled 2 games that they should have won. They honestly should have been on a 4-game winning streak. They should have been on a 4-game winning streak. And if they'd been playing their cards right, they could have been looking at possibly winning their 7th game. They should have beat the Bears. They should have beat the Rams. They should have beat the Cowboys. God, they should have. Ooh, Giants fans are going to hate to see this, bro. If everything had gone well for them, they could have won freaking 6 in a row after that freaking San Francisco game. Oh boy, you should have won those freaking 4 L's that you took. You know, you should have beaten the Rams, you should have beaten the Cowboys, you should have beaten the Eagles, and you should have beaten the Bucks. You could have been riding a 6-game winning streak. You should have beat the Bears, too. You could have been having 7 wins. Oh, my God. You could have had 7 wins. 7. Oh, boy, but you know why? You know why they don't have 7 wins? Daniel Jones can't stop turning over the football. And they suck. That's the way it is. No Barkley, too. That probably hurts even more. Because if they would have had Barkley, they probably beat the Bucks because obviously they probably wouldn't need to throw it. They just give it to Barkley half the time. Philadelphia, Evan Ingram's a bum. I don't know why they keep putting him out there. He's trash. Oh, my God. He makes David Njoku look good. He makes David Njoku look like an all-star. I think they're from the same draft, too. Oh, God. But, yeah, Giants. Yeah, their schedule's tough, too. Maybe even the toughest out of the 3. You have, well, I don't know about that, but yeah, they have the Eagles. Then they have their bye week. Then they have the Bengals and Seattle on the road. Then they have Arizona. They have us at home. Then they go to Baltimore. Then they end their season against Dallas. Let me check the chat real quick, just because so you guys know I'm not, freaking trying to, ignore you guys. Jets own the Pats. That's a troll. They got measuring tape already for Trevor Lawrence jersey. They already got his jersey sent to his dorm. Justin Fields going to the Jags. Bear Theater, chill, bro. I know we bad, but don't make the season fell worser. What? Fell worser. Jets suck. Giants suck. Last chance, bro. You're getting timed out. Jets a New Jersey team. Dude, you don't have Blue Ranch. Bear Theater, I smell 0-16. Browns suck dick. And Bear Theater is a joke. We suck dick, but yet we're 5-3. You're winless. And Baker has never lost to you guys. Think about that. Literally, you were beating us in 2018. You kind of injured Tyrod Taylor. Baker came in there and started whooping your ass. So, and then last year we stomped on you in your own house. So yeah, how about that? The Air Car Elite Raiders going 13-3. No, Raiders are not going on. Is this freaking what's that freaking Sin City? What's up, Hector? Turnover Jones. Denny fumbles. Bengals will beat the Giants. I can see it. But yeah, they have the Bengals on the road. Don't sleep on Joe Burrow. Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, Baltimore, Dallas. Is there any wins in these games? Philly, Cincy, Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, Baltimore, Dallas. I could see at least 2. Definitely. Philadelphia. Maybe 3. Philly, Cincy, and Dallas. There you go. There's your 3 wins on the year. Giants fans. 3 wins right there. Philly, Cincy, Dallas. Now, I want to know a really fun fact about the good old G-men. Their quarterback, Daniel Jones, 5 wins in his career. 4 of them coming against Washington. His one win outside of the football team / Redskins was against the Bucks in his season debut as a starter when they came back and won that game. And Matt Gay missed the clutch game-winning or game-tying field goal. Wow, that's tough, bro. He owns the football team, but he can't beat anybody else. So essentially, if they're facing the football team 16 weeks in a row, he'd probably go undefeated. But I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to the Giants, though. They're hanging on. They're hanging on. They're hanging on for sure. But I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. But yeah, like I said, looking at the standings, it's really just down to the Jets, the Jags, the Giants. I mean, you could possibly put the football team in there, but with Kyle out, but remember, Alex Smith, before he got hurt, damn near had his career ended. Remember, the football team was actually playing really well with Smith at quarterback a couple years ago. Remember that? They were I think, leading the freaking division, and then he got hurt, and Colt McCoy came in there, and I think he got hurt too. I think that was the year they had to bring in Josh Johnson, right? Oh, man. That's tough. But yeah, let's talk about the NFC least now. Enough talking about this freaking division race. One more thing I forgot to mention about the Jets. Yeah, they go to Seattle. They go to LA. 2 straight. It'll be interesting to see what Gase does. My guess is he'll have him stay out west for the week. But could you just imagine if this dude really has them come back to New York and then fly all the way back out there? That'd be so stupid. He would do it too, but I don't think he will. The smart thing would be to have them probably set up shop somewhere close. We've seen other teams do it. The 49ers especially, when they come out here, out east. I think last year they set up shop in Youngstown, Ohio, when they played the Bucks and the Bengals. I think they did it again when they played the teams in New York. Yeah. When they played at MetLife, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. When they played at MetLife. Oh, man. But, yeah, I think the Jets are going to get Trevor Lawrence. Now, could you imagine how funny it would be if the Jets go 0-16? You see Jets fans all over Twitter getting their Trevor Lawrence avatars, profile pictures ready. They're ordering their Trevor Lawrence jerseys on Jets.com, custom order, because you can't get obviously get one yet. You'd be seeing all these Trevor Lawrence jerseys popping up all over Jersey and, Manhattan and everything, Long Island and all that, only to find out, Trevor Lawrence decides to go back to college. Everyone would be like, by the way, NFL.com, the NFL shop, does that 90-day refund thing work for custom jerseys? That's what everyone's going to be asking. I don't think he'll go back to college. That would be stupid of him to do, because he knows that the bag is waiting for him and he wants to secure the bag. Honestly, people say, he's not going to want to go to the Jets. Bro, if I was a quarterback, all I'd be caring about is money. But also, I wouldn't mind, trying to help them rebuild, especially if they get rid of Adam Gase. Now, knowing the Jets, if they keep Adam Gase, which would be the absolute stupidest thing to do, well, I'd be like, do I pull an Eli Manning? Dang, bro. Like, that would suck. I would hate to be playing for Adam Gase. I still wonder to this day why they chose Adam Gase of all people. I know they wanted Mike McCarthy, and he's like, actually, guys, I'm going to wait another year. I'm going to sit back and take a year off. And then he wound up with the Cowboys. Makes you really think, what would have happened if he took the Jets job? Would Mike Nolan be with the Jets right now or whatever? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, let's talk about the NFC least, shall we? So let's take a look at the least, of course. And this division's just messed up all around. It's messed up. I've never seen a more completely messed up division in my life. We're talking about a division where the division winner could very well be under 500. Yes, that means a team that is under 500 is going to be hosting a team that is far better than them. They're going to be the number 4 seed in the NFC, which means they're going to be facing the number 1, I guess the second best team out of one of these divisions. Okay, have fun. So, yeah, we're going to take a look at all 4 teams because why not? Because technically, I guess the football team has a chance at it. They've all been beating each other up like a bunch of freaking kids right now. I mean, golly. But let's take a look at the first team. Here, let me pull up their schedule real quick. Doing it live. You already know. 2020 schedule. Take a look at the chat while it loads up. Should refuse to get drafted by New York Helicopters. Jets going to get Lawrence. NFC least. Turnover Jones. Yes, sir. NFC least. I was Lawrence. I would go to Jaguars. I'd pull out Eli and Elway. Terrible. No team in the NFC East deserves to host a playoff game. Pee Wee League division. Yep. And so right now, believe it or not, the Eagles lead the division with a 3-4-1 record. Their tie came against the Bungles. Yeah, we're talking about a team that could not beat the Bungles. Like, how can you not beat the Bengals? We did. Twice. Yeah. I mean, if there's one team the Eagles haven't been able to beat, it's the Bengals because they've tied them twice in their history. They've tied these guys twice in their history against one another. Like, how? How? The Bengals, I think, have had like 3 ties in this decade. Since they've really allowed ties back in the league, because, everyone always loved those 2 or 3 overtime games, especially in college football nowadays. But they don't do that because, people got lives on Sundays. But yeah, man, I mean, looking at the schedules for the NFC East, it's going to come down to like possibly week 17. Like I said on the title, it could come down to the wire. Like any one of these teams could win the division. Think about that. It's funny though too. If you're a member of the NFC East right now, you're thinking, okay, you got one hand playoffs. Okay, you make the playoffs, you get like a 18th seed or something like that. Okay, not horrible. You're probably going to get stomped in the wild card round, but then again, you never know. Especially if you catch fire, if you catch fire at the right time, you never know. Especially if you face a team that's not playing that well, too. Again, playoffs are a whole another animal. We could see one of these teams go on a run. But yeah, every team's in it right now. That's the crazy thing. No team has been really eliminated out of this division. It could come down to week 17. All 4 teams could be in it by week 17. But you look at this division overall, and it's just a mess. You look at the other divisions in the NFL. All right, let's take a look at the other divisions compared to this one real quick. NFL standings. Let's take a look at the other divisions. So in the NFC, in the I guess the sister division in the AFC, the Bills are 7-2, leading the division. Dolphins are 5-3, Patriots 3-5, Jets obviously 0-9. Okay, that's overall a pretty good division. 3 teams are technically still in the hunt But I mean, it's the Bills. The Bills are really starting to run away with that thing. But it'll be tough, man. Dolphins could make a run at this thing later in the year. But then you look at the AFC North, I'm sorry, the AFC South. Let's go south. You have the Titans at 6-2, Colts 5-3, Texans 2-6, Jags at 1-7. So realistically, again, Titans and Colts, two teams in the race actively. The Texans, they got to get their act together. They got to face us this week. That's going to be tough for them because Nick Chubb's back. Love it. Yeah, it's official. Nick Chubb is coming back. Mm-hmm. And then you got the Jaguars at 1-7. Pitiful. Tank Bowl. All right. AFC North, this is one of the best divisions in football because you have three teams realistically in the hunt for the playoffs. As the Steelers 8-0, Ravens 6-2, we're 5-3, and then the Bungles are 2-5 and 1. And 1. Oh boy. You know what's even funnier too? Check out the non-conference records of these teams. So in essence, the NFC East. Steelers are 3-0. Ravens and Browns are 2-0. Bengals are 0-1. That's crazy. We're 3-2 in our last 5. We're only at a -31 freaking, point differential. Which is actually pretty impressive. I thought it'd be more than that, but it's not. But yeah, that's a pretty fun division. Then, of course, you got the AFC West. You have the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Bucks, and the Chargers. Okay. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Raiders are hanging in there. Broncos are kind of hanging on the ledge. Chargers are out here. Stop choking. They're literally out here choking like crazy. I mean, someone better call Dr. Heimlich because they're starting to turn blue in the face. I don't know how many more chokes their fans are going to be able to take. God, man, I hate to be a Chargers fan. You can't even feel good with a lead, bro. You can't even feel good. You got to be thinking in your head by now. Oh, look, we got a 21-point lead. We're probably going to choke it. Sure enough, and they freaking choked it. You probably wouldn't even be able to feel safe with a 42-point lead. We could be blowing out a team freaking 56-0. And you'd be like, we're going to choke this lead, aren't we? No lead is safe with the Chargers. That's tough because they've only won, 3 games out of all those games that they've choked or whatever. That's sad. They're out choking the Falcons. So then you look at the NFC and you look at, of course, the NFC West. Seahawks 6-2, Cardinals 5-3, Rams 5-3. Ooh, even the Niners are still hanging around. They're 4-5. Tough. The football gods are hitting them with a sledgehammer following their Super Bowl run. That's the Super Bowl hangover. Getting absolutely pummeled with a sledgehammer from the football gods. God, I hate to see that. Then you got the NFC South. Saints 6-2, Bucks 6-3, Falcons and Panthers 3-6. Whatever. Then, and this is a really, really close division, believe it or not. Packers at 6-2, 5-4, Vikings at 3-5, Lions 3-5. Now we're saving them the best for last because, like I said, Eagles are 3-4-1. They should be 4-4, but they couldn't beat the Bungles. Then they got Washington 2-6. They're in second place. Dallas 2-7. Giants 2-7. You know what's really sad though? You look at the conference and just the way things are shaping up. Like I said, they're going to be playing a team they're gonna be playing a team that's probably gonna steamroll them. Like right now, you got Seahawks, Packers, Saints, Bucks. So who would it be? It'd be the Seahawks, Packers, Saints, right? Yeah. And then you'd have the Eagles. I'd have to find the playoff picture somewhere. Those are your top four, I'm pretty sure. Top three teams all have 6-2 record. Lovely. So, I'm going to find the playoff picture. Let's see if I can find the playoff picture for the NFL. 2020 NFL playoff picture. Yeah. All right. 8 hours ago, updated. Because this game didn't determine anything from that. So this is essentially what things are looking like when it comes down to it, if it decides to load. Let me look up this chat real quick. Falcons and Chargers choke Atlanta and choke LA. NFC best. Washington is done. Host of Jeopardy. I know Alex Trebek passed. I know that's sad. But let's take a look at the scenario, the playoff picture for week heading into, I guess, what is it, for week 9. Yeah. Steelers 8-0. First time ever. Chiefs, they're number 2. Bills, they're number 3. Titans. So I'm guessing Titans and Ravens would be facing off. This would be 4-5 seed. Yeah. I believe that's how it would go. Yeah. The Raiders would play the Bills. And the Dolphins and Chiefs. Oh, God. Yes, I know the Browns wouldn't be in there. Here comes the people slander. Oh, you guys suck. We're 5-3. That freaking Raiders game, I didn't know that Raiders game is going to keep us out of the playoffs. Because we played flatter than a freaking tire with no air. God. Or, we played flatter than a Diet Coke that's been sitting in the sun too long. Yeah, there you go. That's yeah. Tough. Now you look at the NFC, and you'd have Saints, Seahawks, Packers, and the Eagles. I believe the Eagles would be playing the second best team, which would be the Bucks. Wow. The Bucks. Oh boy, guys, guess what, Eagles fans? You get to face Tom Brady again. Of course you do. Then the Cardinals will face the Packers. Ooh, Cardinals-Packers. That should be fun. Rams would then face, the Seahawks. Rams-Seahawks. Every few years, those two teams face off, man. God. Classic divisional matchups. You always got to have one of those, right? Now, you have the Bears, Niners, Vikings, and Lions as teams that Sporting News could think they could still get in. For the AFC, they think, I guess, Browns, Colts, Broncos, and Bengals. So in essence, for Browns fans out there, we have the tiebreaker over Indy, so I don't think we really have to worry about them. We got to worry about the damn Raiders and the Dolphins, especially because we lost to the damn Raiders. We should have beat the Raiders, man. Why couldn't we freaking beat the Raiders? Oh, I know why. Because nobody wanted to catch the football, and they just played keep away. They essentially did to us what we like to do to the other teams. They used our own game against us. Like, bro, how do you... Oh, John Gruden, bro. Oh, boy. And not to mention Myles Garrett was hurt. He was kind of wounded the entire game, pretty much. He barely played much. because his ankle was bothering him, and then he had a knee injury because of course he did. Luckily, thank God, it wasn't serious, and he'll be back. Thank God. The best news I heard today was the fact that pretty much everybody that was hurt, except for Greedy Williams, I don't know where he went. I haven't heard a peep from him besides Twitter in freaking weeks. Golly. Hooey, man. His shoulder must really be messed up when it comes to the nerve thing, man. Oh, my God. I don't even think he's going to play this year. Can we even trust him to come back next year? I mean, God, bro. The dude should have just opted out at this point. Bro. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. But let's take a look at the NFC East remaining schedule, shall we? So we're going to start off with the division-leading Philadelphia Eagles. So their bye week is this. They just finished up their bye week. So they're coming out all nice and ready to go. They got to face the Giants this week. Oh, boy. That sounds like fun. Then they head out to Cleveland. I can already see it now on YouTube next week. All the Eagles fans are going to just read the name Browns and assume it's going to be an easy dub. It's a dub because it's the Browns, right? That's the way it goes, right? That's how these teams be doing it nowadays, right? They just see the name Browns and they assume, oh, that's an easy dub. Oh, it's not like that anymore. No. Come in there with that mentality and watch as we run you over with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, because that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of fun to see if Jason Peters or whoever they have at left tackle, because Jason Peters has had trouble staying on the field. It's going to be interesting to see if Jason Peters can keep up with the speedy pass rusher and Myles Garrett. Myles has been sunning almost every left tackle he's faced. And even then, they could move him to the right side and watch him just go to work on Lane Johnson or whoever. Oh, God, Lane Johnson versus Myles Garrett. Ooh. That's a battle right there. Or we're probably going to get another battle of two guys who know each other quite well. Vernon versus Lane Johnson. I'm sure they know each other quite well. Peters and Vernon know each other very well, too, because of the whole Giants thing. Vernon was with the Giants. Yeah. Fun. But, yeah, they got Seattle. Oh. All I'm going to say is, Philadelphia, you better freaking beat the Giants, because after that game, I don't see a guaranteed dub on your schedule until week 16, maybe. Oh, my God. Seattle at home. You're lucky it's at home. On ESPN, though. Ooh, Sunday Night Football. Tough. Then you go to Lambeau. Oh, my God. You're going to get slapped. Woo, baby. Tough. That's probably an L. Then you got, oh, God, New Orleans. You guys really got to face, oh, dear God. Oh, if I was an Eagles fan, you look at those 3 games from week 12 to 14, and you're like, the Holy Trinity. You got to face the Holy Trinity of elite quarterbacks in the NFC in 3 straight weeks. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and, of course, Drew Brees. Oh, my God. That's the Holy Trinity of elite quarterbacks, and not only the NFL, the NFC. Not only the NFC, but the NFL. Oh, my God. Rest in peace, Eagles, right there. You better freaking beat us and the freaking Giants, because after that, I don't know if you're going to win another game. Because even after that, you got to go to Arizona to play Kyler Murray. Oh, my God. That's not even a gimme. And then after that, you got to face Dallas and Washington. So I could see you guys finishing off the year with maybe 6 wins, maybe 7, depending on what happens against us. We'll see what Browns team comes out. We'll see what Eagles team comes out. It's kind of like we'll see, because if the Browns team comes out that beat up on, won those 4 straight games, you're in trouble. But if the Browns team that couldn't do a damn thing against the Raiders comes out, then we're in trouble. Unless the Eagles team comes out that struggled against the Bengals and Carson Wentz is out here throwing picks and getting rocked by Myles Garrett all game, then yeah, you're in trouble. Because this defense is very opportunistic. Mm-hmm. Just tell Dwayne Haskins. Just ask Dwayne Haskins. Dude had 5 turnovers against us, 3 picks. And none of our corners even had a pick in that game. It was two linebackers and a safety. Bro. And not to mention Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is always in the back of the quarterback's mind. But yeah, for the Eagles, I could see maybe 6, 7 wins. 6. I'm going to say 6. You sweep the Giants, like always. You lose every game after that. And then you beat Dallas and Washington. Yeah, 6 wins. Good job. Now let's go to the team that's in second place. We're going to go to Washington. Oh, boy. They got to face Detroit. Oh, okay. Detroit, Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, Alex Smith. Ooh, that's a good matchup. Ooh. Then you got to face Joe Burrow. Okay. Probably going to slaughter you, but okay. Then Dallas. Okay. Tough. That's on Thanksgiving as well. Ooh, Alex Smith on Thanksgiving. Nice. Against Dallas? Going to enjoy watching that game while I'm eating leftovers or eating pie or dessert, whatever. Or just laying on my freaking bed or my couch, ready to pass out after freaking feeding my face with 3 plates of freaking Thanksgiving dinner. You know how it is. Thanksgiving, bro. Love it. Imagine a holiday where you can just feed your face and not feel guilty. Love that. Then you pass out for 5 hours and you wonder, where am I? But yeah, Dallas. And you got Pittsburgh. Okay, that's going to be fun. TJ Watt and company are going to live in your backfield, and you're not going to do a damn thing. Okay. Tough. Yeah, that's an L. San Francisco. Half their team's on IR. Half the team's injured. So you're probably going to beat them, depending on who shows up. No Jimmy G, no Kittle. So, yeah, I think you guys could beat them. Seattle, no. Carolina, maybe. Because I don't know what's going to happen with McCaffrey. He got hurt again, by the way. And then you end the year against Philadelphia, who you just beat week 1. So I'm going to say, for the benefit of the doubt, I think they're probably going to wind up with tough, bro. I'm going to say you wind up with, I'm going to say 4 wins. Yeah, 4 wins. I think you guys finally, I think you guys are going to beat Detroit. Sorry, Dats, if you're watching. I just think that they could do it. And I think you guys are going to beat Cincinnati because screw them. So there you go. You're going to beat those 2 teams. You might beat Carolina. So you might get 5 wins. But that's really, I'm giving you maybe 4 or 5 wins right there. So, yeah, have fun. Now let's take a look at the New York Giants. Okay. Giants, the schedule's not, I think I've already went through their schedule pretty much. Philadelphia, bye week. Cincy, Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, of course, Baltimore, and Dallas. Yeah, I don't see many wins. I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this a little while back. Daniel Jones has got 5 wins. 4 are against Washington. The only other win came against Tampa Bay last year. So they can't beat anybody but Washington. Tough. And you look, Cincinnati, after they got the Philly and then bye week. They're not going to beat Philly. They're probably not going to beat Cincinnati because Joe Burrow can sling it. They have a decent pass rush, but I don't think they're going to be able to contain those weapons. Tyler Boyd ain't nothing to laugh at. Ross, if he's playing, I don't even know if he'll be playing this game. AJ Green, T. Higgins and all them, Joe Mixon, Gio Bernard. Yeah, I got the freaking Bengals actually winning that game. Seattle, loss. Arizona, loss. Cleveland, loss. Baltimore, loss. Dallas. I'm going to say a win. And I think they're going to win just to screw themselves out of a better quarterback. That's funny. So, yeah, I'm going to have the Giants finishing with, probably 3 wins. Yeah, 3 wins. They're going to win one more game at the end of the year, and that's going to be against Dallas. They ain't going to beat anybody. They ain't going to beat everybody else. They're going to lose to Philly, lose to Cincy, lose to Seattle, lose to Arizona, lose to us, lose to Baltimore, and then probably beat Dallas for lulz. Who knows who will be Dallas's quarterback? Garrett Gilbert? Dalton, maybe? Who knows? So, yeah, 3 wins. And then for Dallas, they got Minnesota. Insert that freaking meme of Joe Biden in Minnesota. Minnesota. Yeah, they go to Minnesota on Sunday, 4:25. That's another thing. You're gonna notice a lot of these games are on Fox because the Masters are this weekend, I believe. So yeah, thanks a lot, COVID, right? So yeah, they gotta face Minnesota in Minnesota. They're not gonna stop Dalvin Cook. Dalvin's gonna cook. He got cooked. And yeah, I got Minnesota winning that game. They're not going to beat Minnesota. Spoiler alert, they're not going to beat Minnesota. Not with Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook goes off, they ain't winning. That defense can barely stop any. Justin Jefferson might even go off too. But then we'll see what Garrett Gilbert has to offer if he plays in this one. Yeah. Because again, they actually got a bye week coming up. So their bye week's up next. So they get to, they have a week to maybe get Dalton back, and then we'll see. But, yeah, they got Minnesota. We'll see who's starting at quarterback. That's when I'll make my final judgment. They have Washington. They got spanked. Tough. I think they get their revenge on, I think they get their revenge on Thanksgiving. Baltimore, Cincy, San Fran, Philly, New York. Let's see. Loss. I want to say a dub against Cincy, but I don't even know if they can beat Cincy. Cincy actually has a pulse on defense somewhat. This is probably going to be an offensive slugfest. I think Dallas might actually be able to hold them back. I got Dallas actually winning that game by a hair because their weapons far outclassed Cincy's. But we'll see who's at quarterback. Wouldn't it be funny, though? Andy Dalton versus his old team. Andy Dalton slaughters his old squad. That'd be hilarious. Oh, boy. The Andy Dalton revenge game. Then you have the remains of San Francisco. You're probably going to beat them because it's probably going to be freaking Mullins or whoever at quarterback. Have fun. Philadelphia. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see who's at quarterback then as well. But at this very moment, I'm going to say, what did I say? Well, yeah, I think Philly is probably going to wind up maybe winning that game. And then New York, like I said, New York's going to win this game to screw themselves out of a better pick. So, yeah, with that being said, Dallas has maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 wins in them. I think they could beat Philadelphia. That's kind of an iffy game. So 3 wins, that'll be at 5. So, yeah, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the football team will all be granted high draft picks. Meanwhile, Philly, congratulations. You made the playoffs, and now you're probably going to be playing the second best freaking team in the freaking playoffs that didn't win a division. So, yeah, that's probably going to, right now, wind up being possibly the Buccaneers. Getting Tom Brady again. How fun. Maybe the Cardinals. Maybe you face Kyler. Oh, God. Then you get either the Rams. Ooh. Tough. But, yeah, It's going to come down to the wire, man. I don't know who's going to win that freaking division. I'll definitely have my, my, I guess, final stretch divisional previews. Maybe like once we hit like week 12 or 13, when we get to the final quarter of the season. That'll be a lot of fun. But that's going to wrap it up, guys. I got to get out of here. I got to get to bed. It's freaking almost 1:30 in the morning. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun tonight. Jets lost, so their tank continues. And hope you guys have a great night. Again, I'll be live tomorrow night for my picks for week 10 as the Browns return to action. Much healthier than they were 2 weeks ago. And, of course, I'll have my Texans preview coming out on tomorrow, obviously, tomorrow afternoon. So be on the lookout for that. And hopefully, we have a good week. And hopefully our guys can stay healthy because this team is very dangerous when they're healthy. As there's a lot of teams in the NFL. Steelers most overrated 8-0 team ever. That's kind of facts. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. I've gone over an hour. I actually only intended to do this stream about 20 or so minutes, but it dragged on. Oh, well, who cares? So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Shout out to everybody. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.